Have you been told that your TSH is normal when you know that it's really not normal? I'm guessing the picture looks something like this. You went to your doctor's office with legitimate complaints. The common low thyroid complaints that I see are weight gain, fatigue, cognitive changes, mood changes, depression. People commonly present with constipation and all kinds of different bowel problems. They have skin changes, hair thinning, eyebrow thinning, and changes in menstrual cycles, libido, and overall fertility. Is this you? And still, in today's date, the conventional medical doctor just checks a TSH to measure thyroid hormone function. And I can't think of a more poorly applied understanding of the science. So stick with me through this video and you'll see why. I'm Scott Resnick. I'm a medical doctor. I'm making these videos because I want to give you the tools that you need to really understand your health and to create really a toolkit of all the components needed to live long, live well, and enjoy life. As you know, TSH stands for thyroid stimulating hormone, and it is a hormone released by the brain that tells the thyroid gland basically to make more or less thyroid hormone. But the important thing is it doesn't reflect the amount of free thyroid hormone that's in the bloodstream. And too often, it happens all the time. Doctors just check a TSH, the result comes back in the mid-normal range, and in spite of all those symptoms you're complaining of, they tell you that everything's normal, come back next year. The best way to assess your overall thyroid function is to assess a TSH, which is a good starting point. Its range is between 0.5 and 5.0, and I want to see people in the lower ranges of TSH. Optimal is probably between about 0.5 and 1.5. You also need to measure your free hormones, which are known as free T3 and free T4, and ideally these numbers are in the upper half of the range. In rare cases, I will measure something called a reverse T3, but I'll need to make another video about that and explain why that could be important. But one thing is that I want to stress here, and that is that if you have a TSH that's in the higher part of your range, like maybe a TSH greater than 3.5 or 4, I'm going to strongly recommend that you also look to see if there's some component of autoimmunity, which is working on your thyroid gland. This is known as Hashimoto's thyroiditis, and it's characterized by elevated autoantibodies known as TG, which is thyroglobulin, and TPO, which stands for thyroid peroxidase. So there you have it. That's what you need to really understand what's going on with your thyroid. You need to measure a TSH, a free T3, and a free T4. Ideally, your TSH is in the 0.5 to maybe 2 range, 1.5, and ideally your free hormones are in the upper half of their normal ranges. And finally, if you do have a really high TSH, you absolutely need to check to make sure you don't have an autoimmune process going on. So there you have it. Once again, I'm Scott Resnick. I'm a doc. I'm making these videos to give you good information. If you like these videos, subscribe, comment, hey, make a recommendation for a future video you'd like to see. And I will see you in an upcoming video.